Welcome back, awesome Ashley fans and subscribers. I have here the Battle for the Stars Interstellar Hammer of Steel, Interstellar Trooper Hammer of Steel sets. Very good set. I haven't opened it yet. Looks like a very good set. 3 guys inside, armored up. I know the armor does come off. I can see that as well. They come with a whole heap of weapons. 3 big hammers, assault rifles. Look at a flame at it. 4 helmets. Maybe I'm seeing something wrong, and 3 big shields. Let's open this up and take a look and see what this bad boy set is like, because I'm really looking forward to this. And all, a strong plastic smell. And also we'll see if there's any potential for customs to fantasy, because you never know. There's no take on this. That's so strong. Whoa. Very, very nice looking set. Look at that. Oh, sorry. This is in the way slightly. Look fantastic. Let's have a look at our weapons first. This one is taped. So we have these shields, which are really nicely painted and weathered on one side, not on the back side, unfortunately. But you can do that yourself. Just a bit of dry brush with some silver, and that'll be done. Very light dry brush. You've got these handles here, which can go over the wrist, or they can hold, or both. But be careful, this plastic is quite brittle. I did actually break one in the previous video. We have one of the highlights that people are looking forward to, these massive hammer stroke mallets. Boom. And there's 3 of them, 1 each. We have their assault rifles. Which look pretty damn nice, but again, Joy Toy, please drill the barrels. Look really cool. We have their side arms, which are, one is different to the others. This is a different one. And then we have 2 that are the same. And we have this bad boy cannon here. Have we seen one of these before? Can't remember. We might have done. This looks so good, except the front. Looks really nice, but the front is like nothing happening there. So whether something attaches to that, or whether that needs to be, or maybe I'm thinking a lie, maybe that comes off. I don't know. Does that open up? No, that appears to be fixed on. That needs to be painted, I think, but that looks fantastic from the side. And it does appear they do come with 4 helmets. Now, there has been pictured another guy who looks like he's a member of these guys, but with a different type of helmet. So maybe they've got 4 helmets for when he gets released. And the helmets do appear to be identical. Check all the fronts. Oh no, I'm telling a lie, they're not identical. We have 3 like this, and then 1 like this. This could pass almost fantasy, this helmet. And there are 4 spare hands and 4 spare wrist joints, but I won't take those out. Figures, not taped on. They do look rather cool, and I can see that the armor does indeed come off. All this armor comes off, which is really nice. You've got like a Lex Luthor here, bald head guy. You've got almost a Punisher. Got like a Frank Castle Punisher guy here. And here you've got Biggles flying his RAF plane in World War One or World War Two with his little moustache. Look cool. There are I would say you could customize them, like very heavy Knights of Fantasy. You have to do something like these huge jetpacks on the back there. They do look really well. The armor, I believe, is identical. I'm just going to check now. Same legs, same waist, same upper body, same shoulders, and it looks like the same back as well. And it can be taken off, including the shoes, maybe? Can the shoes come off? No, they are part of the feet, so they are one piece. But having these big shoes or they can't take off does have advantages. It means they are very steady, standing up, very easy to pose. Very, very nice. Okay, so it looks like we've got 3 soldier helmets and 1 leader helmet, but we have 3 soldiers. So if you buy 3 packs, you can have 1 leader and you can have like 11 troopers. Let's put this helmet on us. Look, very menacing. That's such a menacing looking helmet. 2 of the soldiers. It's also worth putting out they're going to struggle with articulation being so bulky, particularly as this is not sculpted, it's actually put on top of a figure. And then 1 leader who looks even better. Okay, let's keep the helmets on. I'll use one of these guys and check out the articulation. But I'll take the helmet off, that's a bit unfair. So, forwards and backwards, really good. He can turn left and right. He does get a small side to side. Shoulders, surprisingly, he gets he gets higher than I thought he was on the angle. About sort of there. That is a surprise. Bicep, if you get the angle right, he gets actually a really good bicep bend, over 90 degrees. That is a big surprise again. Wrists. Okay, it's the wrists where you have to line up the joint, so you get articulation in all directions if you line up the joint correctly, which is cool. He has trunk, he can turn, he can dip, side to sides, forwards, backwards, and he can twist. He might have separate trunk underneath the armor, but I'm not going to look at the moment. Legs, the bulk of the armor gets in the way, but still pretty impressive. Forwards is pretty impressive again. Backwards, not so much. Double knee joint. If you look at the knee joints behind, those are really quite chunky on this figure. He gets really tight considering the size of him, which is impressive. There's a thigh twist. Feet. Tippy toe is not going to be great because the armor gets in the way. Dorsal flexation is... So you can even... Can he stand up? Yeah. It's not great. His feet do swivel side to side, and he does have really good toe articulation too. Okay, let's put his helmet back on again. Let's arm some of these guys up. In fact, let's see how they cope with these weapons. Let's try this one first of all. Hands seem to be really nice, actually. Well pre-posed hands, which is going to make it slightly easier I think, for holding the weapons, because they've done a good job choosing these hands. Are absolutely fantastic. Very, very nice. Let's choose this guy. Let's choose one of the other guns. That one is far more difficult to hold. And it's not his hand, it's the actual That's a combination of the hand and the gun. But he can hold it. We still have 3 more guns to look at. No, 2 more guns to look at. Let's look at the other different small one. Then look at the big bad boy one after. In fact, this one's going to be really easy to hold because it's such a simple one. It's a single-handed gun that looks effective but strange. It's so far out that you can do it two-handed, I guess, if you wanted them to. Very nice. And then the big bad boy gun, which we have seen before, but I forget on which figure. Just that front needs some paint. Let's have a look at how he's going to hold this. He may not be the best guy for it without changing his hands over, but he's here, so he gets the job. Nearly there. Okay, you get the hand in. One. And two. Badass. Very, very nice. Okay, let's take off their shooty pew pew weapons and give them some hand-to-hand hammer time weapons. Stop. Hammer time. Okay. Now these hammers are so big, I'm not sure you really want to have a shield with them. You'd like to have a two-handed swing, you know. Let's say he copes with a shield. The thing is, clipping this on to their forearms with his armor on is next to impossible. Really going to be tough to do that. So I'm just going to have him hold the handle and then have that resting. Come on, get into your action pose and stay there for the Galactic Empire. So close. There we go. Very, very nice. These guys are badass. I like them. I would be tempted maybe to repaint. I don't know. The colour scheme is good, don't get me wrong, but I think it could be, there's such good potential for different schemes. This one, because of his hand slightly different, I have him holding it two-handed as opposed to having a shield, but he can go up and up. In fact, he can go like this, can't he? And then our last one, his hands really good for holding this. Obviously, you can change the hands around to make it better for holding whether it's the gun or whether it's holding the axe. These guys are badass. So since I've got these figures here, these are Legion of the White Flame. Also very space-like, you get a comparison. And they're all going to be in their hand-to-hand combat setup, not their shooty pew pew. Pew 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 pew. Ready? Fight! Can she balance? So close, yet so far. Because you've got those space fashion heels on, not flat shoe flats. Sensible shoes, and you can fight. Oh, so close. I'm going to give up now, I swear. There. Okay, that should do it. So that should do it, and she was doing it, and I dropped her, and then she lost the pose. But you get the idea. So I've got my knee instead. Lovely looking figures. I like this sort of a sci-fi, fantasy sci-fi feel about them. I think they look really, really great. Work well with the other new releases that they've done. All this, they've got like what 1, 2, 5 now space sort of sets being released. So that's really, really quite cool. I do think they are a fantastic looking set. Awesome, awesome figures. Another great job by Joy Toy. And let me do another comparison since I've got another figure near me at the moment. This is going to be a Fortnite figure, one of my favourite Fortnite figures, and he's very space-like. That's why I'm going to use him. And this is Fortnite Cyclo, who obviously the aesthetic with the paint apps is very different, but you give him a paint job and he would definitely fit into a sci-fi universe with these guys as a different faction. I think he's awesome. Okay, this is Awesome Action Toys. I am signing out, saying please like, share and subscribe. I'll be back to more awesome action videos for you. Stay happy, keep collecting, and check out the content because there's loads of stuff on the channel like this Joy Toy stuff, Acid Rain World, Fortnite, there's mechs, vehicles, etc. in a variety of scales. Bye bye.